Hi, my name is Matt Elam from mattelamuniversity.com. Now, I've been in business for myself, both online and offline, for a few years now. I still remember the day that my wife and I wanted to break away from that 9-to-5 job as employees and become an employer, become entrepreneurs. It was such a great day. We had that nervous energy, the sky was the limits, and we were just building our life from the ground up. Now, many of you can relate to that story. You may have those same butterflies churning in your stomach. The fact that you can actually pursue your passion wholeheartedly and make some good profit for you and your family. You can actually get to that goal on that other side of the hill called financial freedom. And that's something that I certainly know that I have been pushing for. And I think that to be successful, you have to look at different models, because there's so many entrepreneurs that have made it. They've become multimillionaires, some even billionaires, and they've said that they've had tons of failures. And so my business career is no different. I'm going through the ups and down roller coaster of that entrepreneurial ride. And I'm learning a lot, but I'm in that state where I just wish things would happen a lot faster. And I know some of you can relate to what I'm going through, especially if you're throwing your hat to that entrepreneurial ring. Well, I do a lot of reading because I want to study the minds of those successful individuals that have made it, so to speak. They've got that financial independence. What's the big reason, you need to ask yourself, I know I ask myself this all the time, why we got into business for ourselves, or why we want to get in business for ourselves? It's to have more time doing the things we love and doing them with the people that we love. We think that when we start our own business, that we're only going to have to spend maybe a few hours a week in the office actually taking care of problems, and we're going to spend the rest of our lives chasing that bucket list. That's what I thought. In actuality, it's the reverse, or at least I'm finding, is that when you're an employee, you go into work 8 to 5 or 9 to 5, whatever it is, and then when that 5 o'clock whistle blows, you're out. You can focus on your family, you can focus on having a good time, you can start looking up vacation spots. When you own your business, it is 24/7. If you go to a restaurant, like let's say an employee goes to a restaurant after work, they're just talking about sports, they're talking about movies that they saw, just having a good time. When you're a business owner and you go to that same restaurant to try to unwind and try to get away from business, you start talking about employee situations, you start talking about taxes, you never really get away from it. So the thing is, you have to continue to try to find a way to build a system. And I think that successful entrepreneurs have built a good system for themselves where they can actually live that dream of being financially free and not spending very much time in the office. And so that's my goal. And I read a lot about those successful people that have made it. I've come across a book, I got this at Borders. It's a book called Rework, and it's written by the gentleman Fried and Hennemeyer that created Basecamp, 37 Signals. And it's a really, really interesting book because it bucks the norms of the traditional business model. When you think of what it takes to start up your business, well, you need to staff it, you need to have meetings so that everyone's on the same page, and then you need to have this hierarchy of supervisors and managers to watch over the constituents and make sure everything is running smoothly, and then you need more brick and mortar space, or you need a bigger staff to handle your business as it starts to grow, and then you need to go out and hire those rock stars, those guys and gals that can just churn and burn the money for you. And of course they demand extra salary. You know, they're going to be a high-priced individual, and so you need to massage their egos and deal with that and deal with HR. And there's all these things that can become very intimidating. And I know it was, especially for me when I was starting out. These guys in the book, in Rework, they totally buck that system. They say that you can be successful by doing less, not more. So what this book showed me is that I can get to that state where I only have to put in a few hours, maybe a day, for 5 days a week, and then that becomes less and less to where I can go and chase my bucket list. I can be financially free, and it's not going to take an arm and a leg and wear my eyes out from just reading all these papers and stuff to get there. And so I would highly suggest you go to Amazon and get the book. Also, if you go below this video, I've posted a link on my website, comaradery, that basically gives Cliff's notes to this, and I think it's a pretty interesting article that you can read that serves as a primer before you even get into this book, and it'll give you some ideas that I found for myself personally, and some of the things that they mention in here. I think you can start utilizing those things right away and start changing that mind shift from, oh man, I'm starting up this business. Instead of working 40 hours as an employee, I'm going to work 80 hours now as an employer. No, I don't think it has to be that way, and this book has really changed my mind about it. Honestly, you can read it in anywhere from 45 to 60 minutes. You can read the whole thing. It's a really easy read. Each chapter is about 3 pages, so you don't have to worry about getting in the middle of a chapter and being interrupted. So go to the link below if you'd like, and get the article that I wrote on the evolution of the new business model. Get it for free, and then go and hopefully pick up the book Rework. We'll see you guys at a later date.